Hi once again, everyone, and welcome to another University of Houston Alumni Association interview. I'm Tom Franklin, and joining me today is Lisa Burns. She's the Director of Development for the College of Technology. Lisa, thanks for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Give me a little bit about your background. Who is Lisa Burns? Where'd you grow up? How'd you get to become a Cougar?
I have grown up a little bit of everywhere. I have lived in Western New York, Louisiana.
No,
Dallas.
you didn't grow up in Western New York.
Until I was 8, yeah.
Where?
Buffalo, Niagara Falls.
Okay, see, I'm Buffalo, Lackawanna.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Dad's job moved us around when we were growing up, and went to high school in the Dallas area. Went my first year of college to North Texas, and Dad got transferred again, and kind of had a choice. You could sell my car and stay up there and live in the dorms, or I could look at schools in Houston. And I came to UH, took a tour, and fell in love.
All right, what'd you fall in love with, and what was your major?
At the time, my major was consumer science and merchandising, and it just felt like a real college campus. It had a great atmosphere. It just seemed like everything I wanted out of a college experience.
Did you live on campus or commute?
I did a little bit of both. The first couple years, I lived at home, and I changed majors to journalism. And as I got more involved with the Houstonian Yearbook and the Daily Cougar, I eventually moved on campus. I lived in the Quad, and I lived in Cougar Place.
All right. So what were your favorite memories of college life when you were a student?
I think getting involved in student activities. I met my husband working at the Daily Cougar, and some of my best friends being involved in campus activities, and it just, to me, that's all the great memories.
Any significant one? Anyone around the way? A football game or a yearbook presentation or something? Anything stick out?
Let's see. Yeah, I have a great one for you. The Liberty Bowl. The first time we went to the Liberty Bowl, and the bus trip up to Memphis, and that was just the experience of a lifetime. I was the yearbook editor then, and got a sideline pass to be able to shoot pictures.
All right.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
Okay, what happened after you got your bachelor's?
I started out in journalism briefly. While I was in school, I worked for the Houston Chronicle, and I interned there, and I worked for a staffing industry magazine. And as much as I love writing, I wanted to do more than just write every day, and so started looking into master's degrees, and that's where one of the Louisiana stints comes in, because Adam, my husband, had already started working at the newspaper in Lake Charles. And so I ended up moving over there and started working on a master's and moved into a public relations and fundraising career.
So you were both newspaper people?
We were both newspaper people.
Oh, that's scary.
It was a lot of fun, though. You really get to meet a lot of people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what got you back to Houston, and what got you back to the University of Houston?
Yeah, sure. I started working for the American Heart Association while we lived in Louisiana, and that is what brought us back to Houston about 5.5 years ago, and was with them for 3 years here in Houston. And the opportunities opened up here at my alma mater, and I used to work on the Bear Bryant College Football Coaching Awards, and there was always that great quote where he talks about he was at A&M and Alabama offered him a job, and he said, "Mama's calling and I have to go back home." And that's how I felt about the job opportunities at University of Houston. When I got offered a job here, it's my alma mater. I couldn't turn that down.
All right, so what does Director of Development for the College of Technology do?
Well, it's a lot of managing relationships with alumni and industry and friends. And, of course, there is some fundraising involved in there. I am in charge of all the fundraising efforts for the college. And we work very closely with our Alumni Association. Technology has a very active one, and we're very proud of that.
So tell me about being back in the University of Houston community, what that means to you.
Yeah, it's a great way to give back to a school I feel it gave so much. I even before I came back to work at the university, I got involved with our Communication Alumni Association. I'm actually a past president. We got that effort started back up about 4.5 years ago. And, I've also was a scholarship recipient, and so it's fun to do the kinds of things that we do through the Alumni Association and through the college, and raise money and give back and help students have that great University of Houston experience that I had.
Looking at your history, and you've been involved in community service for a long, long time, what was the first bug that got you, and why do you keep doing it, and what's the satisfaction?
There was some involvement in high school. I was on my drill team, and so of course there was an element of community service there, but I really think it was my experience here at U of H. I think being on the yearbook staff and being on the Daily Cougar staff and just giving back to the community and doing different volunteer efforts. And then right when I graduated, I started working on Operation School Supplies. So the Alumni Association has just helped foster and grow that.
Being back here and being the Director of Development for the College of Technology, have you found out things you didn't know before?
Well, sure. I mean, I think it's been an opportunity to learn the history of the university even more than I did before. A great example is College of Technology is going to turn 70 this fall. We have the third oldest building on campus. I don't think I ever really realized the chronology of all the buildings on campus. I did an article about buildings on campus when I was at the Daily Cougar and the history and some of that, and got to interview Dr. Hoffman over the phone, which was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So what would you tell people who haven't gotten back involved, who came through the system like you and I did and aren't involved with the university in any way? What would you tell them?
Yeah, I think the best thing to do is find your interest, find your passion. There's so many different things on campus. We have athletics, we have the arts, we have a great newly renovated Hilton facility. I think there's a little bit of something for everyone here on campus, and just kind of stick your toe in the water. You don't have to be the most involved. You don't have to come to every single event and activity. You don't have to be here 5 nights a week to give back. I mean, every little bit helps.
How many people that you went to school with have you met since you've been back or gotten reacquainted with?
A decent amount. We were journalism majors, so a lot of our fellow classmates moved away because of the nature of the newspaper industry. But, it's been fun getting reconnected with some of the folks that were on campus when we were mostly, through a lot of the Alumni Association activities is where we see those people.
Well, there you have it from Lisa Burns. All you have to do to get back involved with your university is to join the Alumni Association. If you're not a member, just go to our website, www.houstonalumni.com. When you sign up, we'll have some great offers for you. We'll save you some on travel. We have deals with La Quinta Hotels, restaurants with Landry's, car rentals with Avis and Budget Rent-A-Car, and a whole other things we can save you money on. But it's another way to get you back in touch with your university. And if you're currently a member of the University of Houston Alumni Association, you might want to consider upgrading to life member status, and we can give you additional benefits there as well. You can find out all the information by going to our website, www.houstonalumni.com. For Lisa Burns, I'm Tom Franklin. We'll see you next time on the University of Houston Alumni Association Interviews.